The first sign was a hand. Pale, limp, it fell from the cloudless sky. Then came the rain, not of water, but of bodies. Broken, twisted, they slammed against buildings and cars, their silence a deafening scream. People panicked. There was nowhere to run and no way to hide. The dead had come home. The world watched in horror. News channels showed endless loops of the falling dead, their faces frozen in grotesque parodies of peace. Scientists scrambled for explanations, offering theories about bizarre gravitational anomalies, mass hallucinations, even divine retribution. None of it mattered. The dead were here. The true horror began when the bodies were examined. Their insides were gone, replaced by an echoing emptiness. No blood, no organs, just smooth, cold skin stretched over bone. And their faces, every single one was locked in a wide, unnerving grin. It was a smile that spoke of secrets best left buried, of a cosmic joke understood only by the dead. Identifications began. The dead were our dead. Parents, children, lovers, friends, all returned from beyond the veil, their empty smiles mocking the grief of those left behind. The world descended into chaos. Religious leaders preached of the end times, their words drowned out by the wails of mourners and the thud of bodies hitting the ground. I recognized her immediately, the curve of her neck, the way her hair fell across her forehead, even the chipped tooth she'd always been self-conscious about, my wife. Back from the dead, her eyes staring into nothingness, a chilling grin plastered on her face. I wanted to scream, to rage against the unfairness of it all, but all I could do was stare, my heart a lead weight in my chest. Society tried to cope. Mass graves were dug, pyres were built, but the bodies kept falling. Every attempt to dispose of them proved futile. They reappeared in the sky, their grins wider, their silence more accusing. The world held its breath, trapped in a macabre dance with death, a dance we could not win. They say when hell is full, the dead shall walk the earth. But what about heaven? Is it overflowing too, unable to contain the souls of the departed? Or is it empty, its gates closed, leaving the dead to fall back to earth like forgotten rain? The questions echo in the silence left by their empty grins, a haunting reminder of our own mortality. We live in the shadow of their return, haunted by their vacant eyes and knowing smiles. The world has become a graveyard, the air thick with the stench of decay and the unspoken question, when will it be our turn to fall?